Hey, everyone. Just checking to make sure that I'm live. All right, I have a little bit of time. Looking during my plan time. Don't tell anybody. Just kidding. Anyhow, um, that's a teacher joke right there. Anywho, so are you feeling stuck? Okay. So there's actually, I thought about this the other day, and then this morning when I went to hop on, I realized that I just had like more and more and more and more to say about it. So I'm actually going to break this into kind of two parts. So I'll do one today, and then I'll hop on and do one tomorrow. But first things first, if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and like. If you're like, yes, I like these videos. If not, don't worry about it. If you are not on YouTube, feel free to hop over to YouTube after you're done watching this video, and you can search my name. It's Brittany_A_Brown. Too many Brittany Browns out there. And then go ahead and subscribe and like, and then that way you'll get notified whenever I go live or upload a video, right? So you can keep up to date so that you don't miss out on part 2, right? All right. So what to do if you're feeling stuck, okay? And so there's kind of two ways that I feel like I get stuck. One is projects, like I feel stuck on a project. And the second one is you just start to feel stuck in life. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the first one today, getting stuck on a project. And then we'll talk about life tomorrow. Let's start small, work ourselves up. All right. So for me, feeling stuck usually comes from thinking about, and this kind of goes with both, but feeling stuck comes from a place of like, feeling like you don't know what the next steps are, but I would even dig deeper to that and say that you possibly have a nudge of what the next step is, but it requires you to get out of your comfort zone. So for me, and I feel like for a lot of people out there, you feel stuck because you know you need to do something that's going to take you out of your comfort zone, right? One example I can think of is like knowing when I wanted to start college, right? Because I started college when I was like 21. I didn't go right out of high school. And the reason I started was because I was feeling stuck where I was at, right? I was a waitress. I was like, is this what I want to be doing for the next 30 years? I don't know, but I'm not really sure where to go or what to do, right? So then I was like, I'm kind of feeling stuck, right? And so I get that same way with projects. And usually it's the part in the project where I have to be vulnerable and kind of put myself out there, right? Whether that's recording videos, whether that's like sharing my ideas with the world and kind of putting myself out there, or whether that's like collaborating with others. That's when I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck, right? So that's where I feel like a lot of times that's where we get stuck is we kind of have an idea. We have to get into an uncomfortable spot, right? And that's where we feel like we're stuck. Now, what I want to talk about is the mindset and the language of being stuck, because being stuck is a mindset, right? Our bodies are saying, no, stay in your comfort zone, right? So then we translate that to I'm stuck, right? However, we have to be careful of that, because if we say like I'm stuck, then that we're telling our brain and our subconscious that, and it's going to listen, right? So that, our thoughts and our words create our realities. And when we say I'm stuck, what's going to happen? We're going to find ways to stay stuck, right? And that's just the way that our brains work and our bodies work, right? That keeps us in our comfort zone, right? If we can stay stuck, We can stay in our comfort zone. So, first thing of getting unstuck is to watch our language. Right? Think about the way we're talking to ourselves. Right? If our kids were stuck, we wouldn't be like, yeah, you are stuck. Right? No, we would model and cue for them how to get unstuck. Right? We'd be like, well, what part? Right? What part are you stuck on? What can we do? What's our first step? So thinking about the language. So instead of being like, I'm stuck, I like to use like, I have clarity. I know my next step, or my next step will come to me. And actually, I in my group, in my Facebook group, if you want to pop on in there, I actually go in deeper and dig deeper into like, how do we use language? How do we use affirmations? How can we use positive self-talk over the negative, right? So how can we use language to get us out of that like stuck mentality and other things, other blocks, right? So feel free to hop into that. And I'll put the link in the comments as well if you missed it. So using language. The other thing I do when I'm feeling like really stuck on a project, remember we're talking about projects right now, even though these things apply to life as well, is to walk away. Get my time here. Just walk away, right? Or walk away and do something else, right? To me, it's like when you play a video game, and I don't play video games very much anymore, except for with my daughter, but when I was younger, I used to play Super Mario all the time, and I would get stuck on levels, and I would spend hours and hours trying to get through one level, right? And you'd get so frustrated, and then you walk away and you do something else, and you come back, and what happens? You beat the level in like 2 tries. Sometimes it's even the first time. So that would be the next thing, is like take a break, walk away, do something that's going to get your mind off of it. Like sometimes we do things and it actually, we think we're taking a break, but it really just, we just keep simmering on it, right? Like, I'm just going to go, do the dishes. I would use that example, but that's real life for me, doing the dishes. And I just think about it over and over and over. So like, take a mental break, do a puzzle, color, do something crafty where it's like, play video games where it's taking your focus off of whatever you're worried about in your project. Then come back to that, and you should see it like things just tend to be easier. Sometimes I even take a break long enough to where like I just have faith or certainty that like my answer is going to come to me, and it usually does. Sometimes it takes, 5-10 minutes. Sometimes it takes a day. Sometimes it takes like a week, right? So really just being okay with that, being okay with stepping away and knowing that like it might take a while, right? Just a warning. Please don't let it be an excuse to procrastinate on the project, right? Of like, well, I just don't know yet. I just don't know yet, right? Because done is better than perfect. So, and that actually leads me into my third one of like, instead of being stuck and being like, it's going to come to me, I don't know, right? Focus on a positive language of, I seek clarity, I choose clarity, I choose to know. Walk away and let it rise to the surface, right? But not too long. And then the third thing would be to just take a step in the direction that you do know, right? Like I said, if we were talking with our kids and they were like, I'm stuck, we would say, well, what can you do? What do you know? Where can you start? Okay, and it's the same with you. If you're feeling stuck on a project, start somewhere. What do you know? Where can you start? Right? And then just start. And what will happen is as you go, the next step will unfold and unfold and unfold and unfold. Alrighty. So those 3 things are my suggestions. Like if you're feeling really stuck on a project, to help you push through that and to get motivated. And then tomorrow we will talk about what to do if you are kind of stuck in life. I could go through both of them, but I just felt for time's sake, keep it simple, right? Plus, if I give you guys too much information right now, I'm going to like flood your brains. And I already feel like I did that a little bit. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, if you want to hop into my group, I go a little bit more in depth in all of the things I've just talked about and give you kind of the hows to do those things. And otherwise, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.